So I'm going to ask you to engage in a series of transformations. And most of you guys probably already have a pretty good idea to where to start because you identified them yesterday. So I'm literally just going to walk you through like one example. And actually, no, that's not true. I'm going to walk you through two. Okay, so I've got my pre-image. Remember that the pre-image, pre means before. So this is before I've done anything to it. And it's asking me to translate it, which means I'm just going to slide it 4 units to the left and then 1 unit up. There are different ways you can attack this problem. I'll show you the way that I personally would do it because I'm more like a hands-on, I need to put my hands on stuff kind of person. So I would pick a coordinate to start. I'm just going to start with the U because it's the one at the top. But you could start with any of them. And I'm literally just going to take my pencil and kind of count. 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left, because I need to shift it 4 left. And then I'm going to count from there 1 unit up. So if I translate coordinate U of my pre-image to the left 4 and 1 up, it's going to end up right here. And in math, when we take an object and we transform it, there's something that we need to do to indicate to people that, hey, I moved this shape around. So I'm going to label it with a coordinate U, but I'm also going to put a little apostrophe next to it. That is how in geometry terms we indicate, hey, I took this shape and I moved it around, okay? And I'm just going to do that with coordinate T also. So coordinate T, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. If these little loop-de-loops are too much for you, like I know visually that's kind of a lot to take in. You don't necessarily have to do that. So we're going to go 4 to the left again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 up. So that my new T, my image of T, 2, 3, 4. Should be right there, if I've counted correctly. And we want to make sure that we do a little exclamation point, kind of apostrophe kind of thing. It's called prime notation. And then last but not least, for V, we are going to go to the left 4, and then up 1 again. So coordinate V prime is right there. And then you guys do have rulers and or protractors. You have some kind of straight edge so that you can connect those dots. Make it a little bit less messy than mine. Make it a little bit more straight. So any questions about where that came from? Based on how you did yesterday, these first few problems, I can't see them being an issue for you. The only thing I do want to point out to you, skip down to number 5. Please skip. Is anybody not okay if I scroll down to number 5? Anybody still writing this one? Okay. Number 5 looks a little silly and goofy. Okay. This is what we call coordinate notation. It's really telling you to translate, but it's telling you to translate just using different words. One thing that you're going to hear me repeat, even though math is my favorite in the whole wide world, one thing that drives me crazy about us mathematicians is that a lot of the time we have 9 different ways of saying the exact same thing. So I have to teach you like 5 different terms that really mean one thing. Transformations are one of them. This is just another way of telling somebody to translate, okay? And here is what it means. If I zoom in here a little bit, it's telling me to take the coordinate and x minus 1. So my x-axis is here, right? So I'm looking at my left to right. On the x-axis, what direction is the negative direction? To the left. So what this means, mathematicians, is it's telling me to move my shape 1 unit to the left. Because a negative in the left, negative is the left-hand direction. If that had said +1, x +1, that would have told me to move it to the right, Okay, so you're still just translating. It's just that it's telling you how to translate in a different way. And then since the y coordinate remains unchanged, you're not going to do anything. Like all you're going to do is shift it to the left. You're not going to shift it up or down. That y coordinate does not change, so it's going to stay put. Flip over your page, and I'm going to show you the third way we represent a translation. And again, you're doing exactly the same thing. It is just 9 different ways of saying the same crap. Look at number 9. So again, number 9 is asking you to translate, but now you don't have the x and the y. Okay, this does not mean go over 8, you go over to 8-1. Okay, first of all, 8-1 isn't even on the graph, right? What this means is take the shape, and what comes first in a coordinate, the x coordinate or the y coordinate? The x coordinate, right? So the first coordinate, which corresponds to the x, is just telling me whether I need to move to the right or to the left. So since that's a positive 8, we're going to travel in the positive direction, which means you're going to translate it 8 to the right. And then since this is in the y coordinate area, and y tells us up and down, and it's a positive 1, do you think you're going to go up or down? Up, exactly. So this is just another fancy way of telling you how to do a transformation. Again, 3 different ways of just telling you to do the exact same thing.